I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution. Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, January 16th, 2023. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. If you're a Blessing Awodibu fan, you might want to jump about 45 seconds ahead, because this one might get your Monday started off on the wrong foot. In case you missed it, last week Blessing announced that he was pulling out of the Arnold Classic, when he came out and made an official statement on Instagram saying, quote, "I will not be doing the Arnold Classic this year. I'm just giving my body the much needed time to bring my shape back before any prep starts," end quote. And he later went on to say that we should all expect to see a crazy comeback from the Boogeyman this year. As we all know, Blessing had a career year in 2022, but it was a long season, and eventually that takes its toll on a person's body. But hopefully with a little bit of time to recover and plan his next move, he'll be back better than ever. And we'll be talking about what sort of damage the new and improved Blessing 3.0 can do when he makes it to the Olympia stage. Since the Classic Physique roster for the Arnold was announced last week, the bulk of the conversations regarding this year's lineup had centered around the looming battle between Ramon Dino and Urs Kalasinski, who are both heading into this year's contest looking to solidify their place as the clear number 2 guy in the division. And to be fair, they both deserve all the attention they've gotten, because they're both incredible in their own separate ways. But if there's one person who might be getting lost in the shuffle of all this, it has to be Mike Sommerfeld, which is a sin and a shame, because this guy definitely deserves his just due. He's the only other top 5 Olympian in the lineup. Plus, he's coming off the best effort of his career, and for all intents and purposes, his stock is just as hot as Ramon's and Urs. The guy really is a primetime talent, and it definitely wouldn't take much for him to bump up to the number 2 spot here once those final scorecards are submitted. I know there's a school of thought out there who believes that it's better to be lucky than good. But I'm sure that even those same people would agree that a little bit of both is probably better than having the needle tilted all the way in either direction. So if I'm Brett Wilkin, and I'm the only athlete in the men's open class carrying over an Olympia qualification from last year because I snuck in before the rule change, I'd be loving that even split right now, because it means that I actually created my own luck by being good. Outside of the people who were already qualified because they placed in the top 5 at the Olympia, Brett's the only other bodybuilder in the open who doesn't have to go through the process of peaking multiple times in an attempt to secure a qualification, which is a huge competitive advantage. Now, does that give him more of a leg up on someone who earns their qualification late, then rides into the Olympia guns a-blazing? No, not necessarily, but it definitely doesn't hurt. And if he puts together another productive stretch of training similar to what he did last year, he should be primed and ready to go by the time November hits. Now, here's the thing. If Brett's extended off-season is giving him a jump on his 2023 Olympia prep, then I guess by default, that taking the entire year off to focus on sharpening up the proverbial sword is almost like a cheat code for James Hollingshead, because you know that he'll be coming into 2024 like a man possessed. Even now in early January, James is already rocking and rolling in the gym, which he doesn't necessarily have to do because there's no sense of urgency to get ready for a contest season. But if that's the mentality that he's going to adopt over the course of however long this extended break ends up being, he'll definitely come out ready to make some waves on the other side. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.